My name is Branko Žunec, and I would like to welcome you to the second video in the program Business Coaching for Managers. Well, you probably got excited after the video number 1, didn't you? You probably want to put all these 4 steps that I've written down here and explain a little bit to put them into practice or to maybe start using them as soon as possible. Well, let's take it slow. Before we go deeper into that, I want to show you something very powerful. As I told you, business coaching is the most powerful set of skills for managers today. And today I'm going to give you 6 criteria that distinguish a good manager from a top manager. What makes a top manager or a coach much better than the average one? It's not that they are stupid, incompetent, no word about it. They're okay. But these best trainers and coaches and managers use something that they don't. That's the main difference. And in this program, I'm going to show you a few of the things that only the best in the world of business use, and that's why they have such great results. I suppose you want great results too. And you know what? I think you already made a few of the phenomenal, outstanding results in your life, in your career. But in order to remain successful, I'm going to show you the 6 criteria in the formula that's called the formula of success. You ready? Okay, let's go. The 6 main criteria, or the 6 most important criteria in formula of success. So it's formula of success. Well, actually are consistent from 2 parts. There's the first part refers to a person, and the second one refers to the drivers of the person. Okay? Let me explain a little bit into detail. So the first 3 things are, number 1, IQ, which means personal intelligence. Intelligence of a person, the capability of thinking, delivering different thoughts, making conclusions, getting to learn new things, etc. So IQ is the so-called intelligence or mind intelligence. What does that mean in business? Well, actually means how much know-how you possess about your business, and how much know-how do your people that do the business also possess. So it's all about the know-how. Do I have it enough? So always check yourself. Do we have enough know-how? Do we follow the trends? Do we know what's going on the market or in our branch in order to remain on the level of top quality? Or maybe not top quality, but to remain in trend, not to be one step behind the competition, okay? Always be up to date with the newest knowledge. The second thing, it's not just about the know-how. More important is the so-called emotional quotient. So this is intelligence quotient, this is emotional quotient. What does that mean? What does that stand for? Well, actually, when they've done a study, like 15 years ago, it was 1994, 95, there were several studies there. What scientists found out, or behavioral scientists found out, that the most successful people are not the smartest ones. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the most successful people are stupid. They're not. But it's not just about the IQ or the intelligence or the know-how. It depends on something else. In 1995, Daniel Goleman wrote a book on emotional intelligence. And that book changed the perception and the perspective in business world. The perception of people. The perception of their success, and that the most important part of their success, it's actually the emotional intelligence. It's not just the IQ, it's the EQ. Are you flexible? Are you adaptable? Are your people adaptable to the changes in the world? We live in a time of crisis, as they say, all around us. Well, actually, how come that despite all the crisis, there are still successful companies, still successful people? Well, the answer is they flexed to the situation, they adjusted, they adapt. And that enabled them to succeed in this new set of circumstances. You want to do the same? Okay, I'm going to show you in some of the next videos in Business Coaching Program how to be more adaptable to the changes in your environment, not just in the company, but also in the market. That's also part of business coaching. So emotional quotient is second thing. So whenever you have doubts, are you or are you not being successful? Is your team working properly? Check your emotional quotient. Just check your flexibility or adaptability. Are you flexible to the changes? Have you changed something in the recent past? If you don't make any changes, then you don't have the need to adapt, don't you? So if there was no change in the last 2-3 months, you have to work on that. Otherwise, this quotient will go down and your results can also go down, believe me. And the third criteria is the common sense. So the common sense means actually processing this data in the new circumstances from the new or different perspectives. We can call it also the creativity part of our brain, but it's not. It's just, let's say, it's a driver for creativity. But common sense is more important. Like Albert Einstein said, repeating or doing the things the same way and expecting different kind of result, it's nothing but stupidity. You'll probably agree on that, don't you? But you know how often in the world of business we see people repeating the same things over and over again, and they expect what? That things will change? That they will get better results? They won't. So this is also one of the most important parts of this business coaching program. Giving you the opportunity to change something in your team, but change for better. Okay? Change for much, much better. Become a much, much better, much more successful, much more self-reliant, much more energy-driven and success-driven manager. So these are first three criteria. Intelligence, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, and common sense. And these three are now driven because we have a lot of people in the world of business, but we don't have so many successful people. Did you know that only 4% of people are the most successful people? Only 4% of companies are still successful after 10 years from being established. 10 years, 4%.